Hello everyone, you join me on a cold Sunday morning in south of Poland, Wroclaw to be exact. I hope I'm pronouncing it right because I always have a tendency of going to places that are kind of silent letters in the name. They're just really difficult to pronounce. You know, you've got Drada in Ireland, Wroclaw here in Poland. Less than 24 hours ago, I was pleading for you guys to hit that subscribe button, and last night we hit 10,000 subscribers, so I'm going to thank you guys for that. I might have a point in this video to celebrate. It's my first time in Poland. I've got a bit of a weird kind of layout for today. See, usually I do these videos and the way it goes is I'll land in the country, I'll spend most of the day exploring the city, and then the day will kind of end at the football. But it's a Sunday half-2 kickoff. It's currently 10 to 12, so we've got 2.5 hours before kickoff, and I don't think I'm going to have enough time to explore the whole city. Well, that's not what I expected. Quite a pleasant start to the day, a little horse and carriage going down the road. I'm going to head into the town centre and talk a little bit more about the football today. I am really excited for this trip. But first, I've been told to find a Zabka. Tell you what, have a little look at that. Very pleasant place to be on a Sunday morning. Anyway, this is apparently the place to go.
I've been told to get one of these hot dog things here.
Right, I've acquired the goods. It's like a sausage, but it's like inside the bread, kind of weirdly. I had something like this in Slovakia. It was really good. Got ketchup and mustard, and that is good. It annoys me when I go abroad and things are like $7.99. I think that's a bit expensive. £1.85 for this hot dog and a bottle of Coke. An absolute bargain, mate. Anyway, first proper impressions of Wroclaw. Seems quite nice, to be fair. We seem to be approaching some big square around this corner. This seems to be the main square. Absolutely massive fan of this. Really giving off like Bratislava, Prague vibes. Now, I have encountered a problem, which I'll tell you about in a second, but I think I've solved one. I've been thinking, where am I going to have this pint later on? I think I found the place. I mean, it's only right, isn't it? Up the Sphinx. Anyway, the problem I've encountered, obviously it is a Sunday, so I expected a lot of the shops to be shut here in Poland, but all of the Zabkas I've gone in, none of them sell phone plugs. And someone has forgot their phone plug but brought 2 wires. Yes, me.
I mean, just for context, I've got a USB-C wire, a USB wire for the portable charger, a travel plug, just no actual plug.
Now, the portable charger's good, but I don't think it's going to be good enough in the hotel, and then I've got to get back to England tomorrow. I need to find a phone plug. But I tell you what, these European countries absolutely love a big square. Why do we not have any of these in England? Well, we have encountered the ultras. I mean, another beautiful looking church building over there as well, with a pretty unique roof there. Like, usually when I come to these cities, I'll just endlessly walk around, see what I can find. In the 10-20 minutes I've been endlessly walking around this town, I feel like I am the only tourist here. I'm now off to Zabka number 5 to see if they've got phone plugs. So Zabka number 5 didn't have any plugs either. However, the woman in there was so helpful. Honestly, here's another little nice square. Absolutely no one around. I know it's a quaint little Sunday. You got loads of flower stalls over here as well. Right, I feel like this is my final hope. The game's gone. Now, as much as I'm enjoying walking around this beautiful city, it's just over an hour before kickoff. So I think it's about time we head to the ground to go and watch Slask Wroclaw, a team who last season were playing in the qualifying rounds of the UEFA Conference League. And well, that's nothing new actually for Slask Wroclaw. They're a team that are quite familiar with European football. They've played the likes of Dundee United and Liverpool in major tournaments over the years. In fact, the most recent UEFA Conference League final was played at the stadium I'm off to today, and now they're sitting in the 2nd division of Polish football. Now, a big thing that's drawn me to Polish football is not so much what's going on the pitch, but definitely off it. I remember the 2012 Euros and a few documentaries that came out leading up to that tournament about football hooliganism and ultras in Poland, and even as a 9-year-old, that really fascinated me. My word, you don't see them every day, and there's 2 of them. And well, despite now being in the 2nd division, Slask Wroclaw are still one of the biggest teams in this country and have one of the most infamous ultra groups. So I'm very looking forward to seeing them in action. So yeah, time to head out the city. I might come back and try and find a plug later. FKS Stal Mielec are Wroclaw's opponents, a team that are still quite familiar with that top division. They've actually won it a couple of times previously. They've played in European competitions. Unlike Wroclaw, they haven't been in Europe for quite a while. They've been as low as the 3rd and 4th tier in recent years, and they're currently sat in the relegation zone. Slask Wroclaw are up in the promotion places. Just approaching the stadium, this is the walk to the ground. Not too busy, to be honest, less than an hour before kickoff. I mean, the fact that it's a 40,000 seater stadium and in the 2nd division aside, it's a pretty impressive gaff if you ask me. Definitely one of the biggest I've been outside of the UK. My only criticism is it's a little bit dead, but considering the ground holds about 40,000, it doesn't really surprise me. It's giving off kind of Allianz vibes and also plug vibes, because I can't find my way in, just like I can't find a plug. Although we're in the ground and I couldn't come here and not get a beer. £3.9 for a pint. This is for 10,000 subscribers. Thank you, everyone. And let me just show you how high up we are up here as well. Have a little look at that. Now, I've been to Valencia and I've been in Rotherham's away end, so I know all about steep stands, and well, this is a proper steep ground. We've got the ultras section behind the opposite goal, and that right there is the away end. Big up to these lot. You know what? Let's have a look what the view's like from up here, because why not? You've got a pretty empty concourse. It is a ghost town. Genuinely, it is a ghost town. Literally about 10 minutes away from kickoff. Look, the players aren't even warming up at this point. Now, you're not getting a beer review because, to be honest, I don't drink enough beer to give it a 7, a 4, a 5, but it was £3.9, so it's a 10. Well, what more could I be doing in my Sunday afternoon? I'm here in Wrocław, Poland, watching a 2nd division game. There's 20 away fans to the right of me. There's a big set of ultras in front of me. European football, it is the best. And there we go, then kick off here in Poland. It's literally like watching Covent League 1, but I love it. In fact, we're even getting a bit of noise from the away fans. Oh, I hope the home fans are going for it now. I love it when fans do this. They'll sing well, he wasn't waiting a long throw, but he's gone to the monitor. The 2nd division of Polish football have got VAR. I did not know that. Meanwhile, these lot behind the goal going mental. They've been class so far. Wait, is it a penalty? But the away team had a throw-in up there. What? Well then, Wrocław with a penalty. I'm not sure why. It was given through VAR. But a good opportunity to take the lead. And it's 1-0 to the home side. Well, the fans beyond that goal are going absolutely mental now. I was starting to think the ultras didn't have any flags, but they've started to bring some out. They've livened up now, especially because they're 1-0 up in this game. One thing about coming to all these different countries is seeing just all the weird and wacky stuff they've got. There's a car behind that goal. There's also a car behind this goal. But could you imagine that back in the day when Coventry had Subaru on the kit? Just a Subaru Impreza on the side of Highfield Road's pitch. Well, did that come directly from the corner? I don't really know, but Wrocław have doubled their lead just before the half-hour mark. You can't even drink in the stands in England, yet here in Poland you've got door-to-door service. Well, there's the half-time whistle. Slask Wroclaw 2-0 up at the break. A penalty and a goal directly from a corner gives them this lead. 2 set-piece goals. But to be honest, they have dominated this game. The opposition, the away team, you can see exactly why they're in that bottom 3 of the table. Football on the pitch is not really why we're here. Them fans over there have been absolutely fantastic. But the one thing I haven't pointed out is it's absolutely freezing. So I've got this. That's better. Anyway, just like that, the second half is underway and the Ultras are back in full voice. Done a little bit of research on this ground because obviously, as mentioned, this ground did host some games for Euro 2012. Just 3 of them, and all 3 of them involved the Czech Republic. This is where the Czech Republic basically played their home game, seeing as we're only 130 miles away from Prague, the capital of Czech Republic. The only real major final it's ever hosted was the Europa Conference final last year between Chelsea and Real Betis. It has hosted a few international games since the Euro 2012, including some home games for Ukraine. England fans might remember in 2023, this is where England played Ukraine. And while filming fun facts with Alex, I nearly missed a goal, so you probably won't get any more fun facts in this video. Well, the game's not over yet. The visitors have got one back, an absolute belter from outside the box into the top corner. Unbelievable finish. I was literally about to record a clip saying the second half's been a little bit quieter and nothing's happened, but game on here. This could be 2-2. I think my biggest takeaway from this today is every team now just has a long thrower. Every team. Well, is this corner going to give the away fans something to shout about? It's headed away. Wroclaw look like they're on the break. Maybe not. And straight back in, end-to-end stuff here. No, it's totally irrelevant from the game, but Poland might genuinely be the nicest, cleanest, most polite place I've ever been to in my life. Been all over Europe now, and it seems like the culture is to eat loads of sunflower seeds. I don't know, I don't get it. In Albania, they were all over the floor. The woman down there, all the ones she's finished, she's just put in a cup. That's absolutely brilliant. Wroclaw. Wroclaw. Oh, that's the end. I don't really want to bring up the empty seats because this stadium holds like 40,000. It's absolutely massive. I don't quite understand people that say, oh, the football's the worst part of the day. But then talking about the actual game on the pitch, it hasn't been great, has it, really? And well, there's the final whistle. Slask Wroclaw with a 2-1 win at home. Well, I have to say, big up to these lot that have stayed to the end to club their team who unfortunately couldn't get anything out of this game. Big up to Slask Wroclaw, who were able to pick up 3 points at home. Fantastic Ultras, this one from start to finish. Genuinely, for my first time here in Poland, I have thoroughly enjoyed my experience here. These fans, unbelievable. The stadium, unbelievable. The football, not so much, but not everything has to be brilliant.
So then it is now the morning after the day before. Yesterday I got back to the hotel about 5:30. I wanted to chill for a bit, go back into the centre of Wrocław. I absolutely crashed. It's now 4 in the morning and I've got a flight in 2 hours. However, I couldn't end this video without updating you on the plug situation. So I went into 2 more shops on the way back to the hotel. I still couldn't find a plug. However, I fully charged my phone and my portable charger last night. Talk about innovation. Just through the TV, as you can see, that's fully charged. The phone that I'm filming on is fully charged. I mean, I woke up a few times in the night. Barcelona women on, Argentina in the 20s, Legia Warsaw. Now some random boxing is on. Polish sports channels are just very random. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. If you have got this far, leave a like, subscribe. Off to Portsmouth on Tuesday, back in England in a few hours. So I'm not stopping. I'm really not stopping. Thanks so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.